and y'all can check it out on the other platforms too. All right. Um, got it, brother Will McKee. What's going on?
What's good, brother Ben? Glad to be with y'all this evening. How's everything?
All right. Good. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I get rid of that echo. All right. All right. All right. So this is kind of a test. So those that are checking us out live, be patient. We're just doing a test run uh, to kind of promo some great things to come this weekend. So as I get everything set up, I just pray your patience, but we hope all is well. My computer is running a little bit slow this evening. Brother D Mac, how you feeling? I can't hear you, brother D Mac. We'll be back with brother D Mac. But I will say this. It is time to get another laptop.
I'm all right, all right, all right. I'm trying to work this thing out.
All right, I hear you loud and clear. I see the I am dope. All right. Oh my gosh, what is that?
You know,
I love that.
I haven't quite figured out what this is yet.
Hey man, but it's all you. So listen to everybody that might be checking us out live. It's been a while since we've come on this platform, but nevertheless, we're no stranger and those that support. We just hope that all has been well. But it's myself, Pastor Ben here, Benjamin Free, with Clergy Cures. Also, the Kenneth A. Free Senior Leadership Academy. Here with Brother William McKee of the Jonathan and Anthony McKee Scholarship Foundation, and also Brother D. Mack with I Am Dope Skills Academy, which stands for I Am Developing Ownership of Personal Empowerment. And we are coming live right now just to touch base with you all to just inform you of what we are preparing for and excited about that's going on this Saturday, which is our first annual Minority Male Initiative Summit. All right, the brainchild, the baby of Brother Will McKee. We're going to get him just to touch on that in a second. But if you would, allow me real quick to just pop up the flyer real quick. Oh, the photo has left. I'm gonna have to do it again. All right. So, oh no. All right. So I don't know what's going on with the flyer. So we'll come back to that. And it possibly could be my computer. I don't know what's going on. But with that, everybody can hear me well. I hope, I pray. All right. So to Brother McKee, just kind of touch on real quick, what was the inspiration that brought the thought for this powerful event that we got coming up on Saturday?
Well, I'm surprised y'all didn't ask me about the shades.
That was coming next.
Well, I'm gonna get to the shades next. But hello to everybody again. The inspiration for the summit really came at one of your sessions for the Ken Free Leadership Academy, which you kindly brought me in to speak with your young leaders. And in the process of that, it just hit me that, being inspired by what you're doing, being inspired by what Brother D is doing with the travel teams, being commingled with education. I said, well, we need to put these summits on to raise awareness and to get some data to everybody in the country that has a brick to bring to the proverbial house should bring their brick, as Professor Karen Hunter says. And this is our brick in a lot of ways. It's what we do every day. We're all educators in some form. Me and being directly, Brother D, corporate and education. So our young people need resources. Our young people need inspiration. Our young people need true education, from the root word educare, meaning to bring out the best in them. So this is our brick. This is our attempt in the name of the great people that our foundations were named after. Jonathan and Anthony McKee, my brother and my dad, who are both passed on, transitioned, but they were lifelong committed educators that changed thousands of lives, I would say. And so it's the least I can do to be in that line and to do my small part. Now, the glasses were apropos because the Yellow Shades Project is a part of the literacy movement that has been kind of spearheaded by Dollar General and about 20 other corporations that we may not associate with education, but they're having this huge literacy project, which we know the literacy rate of a given community can determines the quality of life there. Everything from environmental health to per capita income to regenerative goodness and justice. A lot of it's based on the education level. So the Yellow Shades, the only problem is they're not made in a prescription brand, so they don't have a bifocal to it. So I got to switch to the old trustees and just say a few more things before you shift gears. So as you said, this is the first annual Minority Male Initiative Summit, and we got a great lineup. Maybe you're going to go into that a little later, but again, 10 a.m.
Before you go into that, let me go ahead and share the flyer.
Gotcha.
All right, for everybody to see. Go ahead, brother. It should be on its way. All right. Is it sharing? You got it? Because they say sharing is caring.
It is, for real.
All right, I like that picture, D. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead while everybody can see the powerful lineup we got going on.
Yeah, so I'll start with the okay, there it is. I can see it now. The esteemed panel that we have, and this is the first of many to come, but this one is power packed. You really have savants of education on this lineup. Start with Dr. Will Boone, who I met at Princeton University when I was working with the Phelps Stokes Fund, who worked with Dr. Cornell West for many years up at Princeton, and he's been at Winston-Salem State for about the last 8 years as chair of the English department and the Simon Green Atkins Scholarship initiative. And he is a just a powerful educator. Dr. Sharon Hunter, who's a distinguished professor at North Carolina A&T State University and a thought leader in the field of education. And move on to Mr. Charles Whitfield. So we have a little entrepreneurial mix. Charles is an educator of his own, but he is also the co-founder of Hidden Beach Recordings that put out notables like Jill Scott, Darius Rucker, and Mike Phillips, and a host of others. He's now the director of community engagement for Lowe's Corporation. So Charles is just has a plethora of knowledge in education and in entrepreneurship. And lastly, on the panel, we have Mr. Malcolm Teasdale, who is an author and educator. Has been at an administrative level in the Catholic schools of Chicago and Detroit, Michigan, but he's also been a special assigned educator of Nike shoe brand. And he's the co-author of the book Believe to Achieve, which was written with the founder of Air Jordan brand, Mr. Howard H. White. And so Malcolm has also been an assistant principal administrator. He's now at, I think, Christ the King in Chicago. So that's a power-packed panel, and I'll let you guys talk about the speakers that we have that are coming before that.
No doubt. Well, we're going to lay it down like that. As you see, we got a full event planned from 10 to 2, and from 10 to 12, the morning session, we got some dynamic speakers that are coming through, people we know that are doing things in their community, doing things entrepreneurially, just making an impact. So I'm going to shut my mouth and pass it to Brother D to kind of talk about his one of the esteemed speakers we got coming, Brother Dr. Gene Blackman.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody can hear me okay, because of course having some lighting issues.
Me too.
So I'm trying to make it look aesthetically pleasing as possible. But the Dr. Gene Blackman, of course, he's a community organizer and entrepreneur. He owns the Prestige Barbershop as well as the Prestige Barber College. So he'll be there to attend as well and just talk about, life of an entrepreneur, his history, his background, giving people a good lay of the land that there's more than one route to success, and talk about how success is self-sustained and self-perceived and not in the eyes of, it's in the eyes of the beholder, not in the eyes of the audience.
I got you. Powerful. And like we say, each one is entrepreneurial, as an entrepreneurial overtone for this, but more so to expose our future leaders, these young folks, and anybody who wants to join in to just the various people doing things in various multiple ways in our community. Brother Jacob Crane is coming out of Richmond, Virginia. He's an educator, an author, a motivational speaker, foundationally, and an entrepreneur, great business savvy. He's now got one of the fastest growing, I would say, and more prominent athletic organizations that host events and tournaments and camps and stuff for youth, and is now moving on the national scene. Started more regional, but that is Strive for Perfection Athletics, which he is the founder, CEO. And now they are doing partnerships and just growing that organization for young men and women seeking to pursue their goals in athletics, as well as providing great mentorship Um, I may have lost my flyer. And then to kind of cap off the morning session, we have attorney Kenneth A. Free Jr., who I'm a little partial to. That is my brother, and also the namesake of the Kenneth A. Free Senior Leadership Academy, dedicated to our father, the late Kenneth A. Free Sr. So he'll be capping it off, giving a perspective of just his journey through the law system, just achieving the Juris Doctorate required to practice law, and then his journey in the field of law. He may share some experiences that can help the young folks relate to certain things, decisions we make, but also to speak, because a lot of things, and this was interesting, we had a talk one time about my nephew, his son, who, you know, even though his dad has a law firm and runs it and pays people and does everything, he didn't even realize his dad was a business owner. He doesn't really consider him that because he's not with a major corporation. Everybody kind of seems to think businesses are these major chains or restaurants or specific places that sell merchandise or products. And he's like, no, I'm a business owner. So we don't even look at the entrepreneurial aspect of that sometimes with certain fields, which was interesting. So we want to attack that, because the one thing we do want to inspire these young leaders to do is to map out their interests and do things they're passionate about, but also be able to have multiple opportunities or pathways you could take, you know, because you don't want to be limited or feel like you have to do one thing or the other or be stuck. So therefore, we're exposing them to so many resources in these guest speakers and panelists we have. So I'm gonna shut my mouth, not too much more, but I do want to just to remind everybody that I'm a little disappointed my picture didn't follow through, but the Minority Male Initiative Summit will be virtual. It's going to be on, you can either go to the Clergy for Cures Facebook page or I Am Dope Basketball's Facebook page, or you can catch it on our YouTube channel, Resource Center TV, which is on the flyer. Look for the promos. We'll keep sending stuff out the next day or two with the information, but you can log into those platforms to catch the summit. And it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please join. It's going to be a fantastic day. You can also catch it on Twitter at the Clergy for Cures page on Twitter. So any last thoughts, gentlemen, y'all want to share before we sign off?
Yeah, I'll just finish with just a couple things. First of all, I wanted to shout out one of our panelists, the book that he co-authored, and that's Howard H. White, who is actually the progenitor, the founder of Brand Jordan. And a big shout out to Charles Whitfield. They work with Nike as well on those things. But Malcolm Teasdale from the Bronx, New York, is the co-author of this book, Believe to Achieve. And there's just so much there. That's a learning tool of what you can be in this world if you have the belief and the commitment and a support system too. That's extremely important. Second thing I wanted to talk about was real quick. Couple weeks back, we had the North Carolina High School Sports Hall of Fame had the class of 2021 inductees, and I was blessed to see my dad's name go in posthumously, not because he's my father, but because like so many coaches and teachers that are going to sleep tonight so they can wake up in the morning and work with America's young people. It wasn't just about the wins and the losses on the gridiron or on the court for him. He truly believed in the game of life, would far surpass the game that night at hand. So whether it was being a coach and a teacher to the two of the people that were on the sit-in movement that desegregated the country from the Woolworths lunch counter here in Greensboro, North Carolina, to Jeff Davis, assistant athletic director at Clemson, now is one of his players. And Dabo Swinney just got a new big raise down there at Clemson. But anyway, we could do a whole show on that and NIL deals. And lastly, I wanted to shout out the brother. Where's his book? I feel like Dr. Greg Carr right here, but not that deep. Where's his book? Brother, Ben's guy. Now, I'm going to tell you why I want to lift this up, brother Alex Thomas. Y'all know him from Jamie Foxx's show, where Alex was a character on Jamie Foxx's show. He also wrote for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. A lot of people don't know that, but he put his life and career in a very colorful, awesome book. And, you know, he talks about having met him and gotten to know him a little bit. He talks about writing your story and telling your narrative. In your words, you can publish. You can put your story out there. And our young people need to see us put our experiences to pen and put it in a book form. They used to say if you wanted to keep something from so-called minorities, put it in a book. Well, that's not true. We are oral and we are linguistically written. So big shout out to Alex Thomas, who's touring the country doing his stand-up comedy routine. Check out his book, The Funny Don't Stop. It's a hilarious book, but it's a great example of what you can do when you put your experience in a book. So I'm gonna leave it right there, D. I went over my time. I apologize, but I'm excited about this weekend. And what you got, D?
That was well said. I don't have anything. We're preparing to see everybody on Saturday.
I think Ben went to get some books, man. He went to get his library.
I was trying to find Jake's book to plug and believe it or not, I'm struggling to find it.
So how about this, Ben and D?
I've added so much, so I'll make sure I have it on Saturday. I'll on my bookshelf because y'all might talk junk about me.
So how about this?
What's that?
The majority of our guests, our panelists and speakers, almost half of them have books that they publish. And yeah, those and Dr. Hunter at A&T, she has done so many academic journals that it's hard to count. So we got published. We can do this.
We can do this.
We can do this.
Right? Going into that literacy aspect, right?
Exactly.
But on that note, man, we're just excited. So please be on the lookout. I think I'm gonna probably do about 20 more lives on my page just to keep pumping this up. But we hope those that view this, you will please join us on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can join us on any of these platforms if you're viewing us on it now. The YouTube page, Resource Center TV, the Clergy for Cures Facebook page, or the I Am Dope basketball page. Please check us out. We're excited. We hope to see you there.
One other thing, Ben, I'm gonna say this live on air. I gotta get with Sean Harrison.
Okay.
And yeah, I gotta get with Sean Harrison. And you know, I'm supposed to do this type of stuff live, talk about the plans, but I will be reaching out to you, Sean, because I know you own the latest education news. I know you're gonna see this, so you know, get ready to spit something for us in our intermission, in our break during lunchtime. If you got something, for those who may not know, Greensboro, North Carolina is a very historic hip hop town in the life of rap music. We were like a southern like phenom, and Sean was one of those historic early MCs that now lectures and talks to students and to young people. He talked to the Ken Free scholarship leadership group. So
Yeah.
I be hollering at you, Sean, from Centrifugal Force back in the day. They toured with Heavy D and all the big boys. Yeah.
R.I.P. Heavy D, Badilly, Badilly, Badilly D.
You
All
know
right.
it.
Well, brothers, I will see you again. We'll do this again. If not, before then, we'll see everybody else on Saturday at the summit. Y'all be blessed and have a great night.